Okay, so what we're looking at now, the colors on your command prompt, your terminal may look different, but what you're looking at now is the text interface to your operating system. Before, we had modern operating systems where everything was visual and we had these graphical user interfaces. All operating systems looked like this. They were just lines and lines of text. And as the advancement in technology and graphics technology and programming and the capacity that what our computers can do grew, we changed from a text interface like this to a more visual interface like what we see in our desktop. But behind it all, we have this command line system running. If you're using Linux as your main operating system, you will be very familiar with this because you can't really use Linux to its fullest extent without using the command prompt. If you're using Linux or Mac OS, it's called Terminal, but in Windows it's called Command Prompt, or PowerShell is another variant on it, but Command Prompt is powerful enough for us. And so what we're seeing at the moment is where I currently am. I'm on the C drive, so the C drive refers to your root, your main hard drive. So if you had multiple hard drives in your machine, the C drive would be the one where the operating system is actually installed. We are in /users, /own, so I'm logged in as own, so I'm in the users folder in own, and I'm kind of left with a blanking cursor here. And so here I can type in commands that allow me to do different things. The first command, the most useful command that you should be able to look and use, is dir. And what dir stands for is directory. It shows you the directory structure. If you are on a Mac machine or a Linux machine, you can use ls. That's L for Larry and S for snake. So if you type in dir and press enter, we get a list of all the stuff that's actually installed on my machine. So this is if I open up my command prompt, sorry, not my command prompt, my file explorer, and I go in here, I can see that here and here I've got drivers. These actually aren't in order. Oh, sorry, I need to go to users here. I need to go to Owen. And I can see that I've got Jelliot, I've got Oracle JRE repository, Oracle JRE usage, sorry, not repository. I've got contacts, I've got desktop, I've got documents. So this matches to this. This is just a text interface. This is my text interface here to what I have on the right hand side. So I can close that down now and go back to this. Okay, so dir is our first command, and I can see that desktop is listed there, and I know that I've saved my Java file on desktop. So the next command we're going to look at, which is applicable across all operating systems, is cd, and cd stands for change directory. So we're going to go from a parent directory we're in now, the Owen directory, inside the users directory, inside the C drive, to another subdirectory called desktop. So I'm going to space and then type desktop. Usually once you get the first couple of letters in, you can hit tab and it finishes out the command for you. So it's not you can save yourself a little bit of typing. And if we press enter now, you can see that my list now says I'm in users, I'm in Owen, and I'm in desktop. And now if I go dir, I should just have one list here, one program. These are marked as directories, so I can ignore them. But I have one program here, my first program.java, and that's what I want to run first. Okay, so if you remember from the class, we talked about how Java actually builds and runs programs. And there are two separate steps. The first thing we need to do is we need to take this Java program here, with the Java extension, and compile it. And that means that we strip it back to what's actually required, what commands are inside the program, and we convert it using our Java virtual machine into machine code. And then the second part is we use that machine code, which is actually our Java program, the runnable thing of our program, and we run it through our JRE, our Java runtime environment, to allow us to run the program.